Hey, what's up, everybody? Eric Thoreau from Simply Eric Cocktail Show at ericthoreau.com. You are watching my man Derek Schomer of Common Man Cocktails, where he's teaching you how to drink. Cha-ching!
Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Schomer. Today I'm going to do a little bit of a review. I'm alone this week. This is solo week, so it'll be me and only me. Ian had his parents coming down, so they were going to go out for dinner. And since we tape everything all at once, it's either me or it's not. So what we're going to do first, we're going to start with a little bit of a vodka review. I have some stuff I'd like to have Ian help with. This one I think we're good on, but I do have a couple other review items. We got a peach rum that just came in that I'd like to review and maybe do a taste off because I want to know how it works against peach rum. Against peach schnapps and which one's better in a drink. That will be for a later date. Right now, we're doing Husky Vodka. So it says Legend of the North. It's got a cool picture of a husky. Actually, you can see it big time right in here. It's a nice bottle design, so that's always cool. It has like little sled doggies. Cold filter distilled in bottles in Siberia. So Siberia is still part of Russia, right? Ooh, big fan of these. It's got the slow pour on there. Love it. I think every product. Cha-ching! Yeah! That's right. Somebody, Eric more likely, waiting for the show to tape, just bought himself some OK Energy drink. It was Eric. Bought himself OK Energy because we now sell on the store the OK Energy products. So if you go to awesomedrinks.com, you can check those out. See, wasn't that awesome? How hard is that? Really? Cheap it up on the bottle a little bit and put in a little plastic slow pour. That's the way to roll. I already like this product just because of that. Anyway, just saying. And you don't have to be like a high proof product or a liqueur in order to enjoy a good slow pour. Just put it on your products. I like the bottle design because it's simple. It doesn't get all crazy elegant. It doesn't have insane stuff going on. Well, believe it or not, this smells like vodka. Now, this is a distilled from grain, I believe. Yep, it's distilled from grain. Storage between some crazy times. It even has relative humidity. No expiry date under specific storage conditions. Chilled before serving, made in Russia. That is a good point, my friends. You should just realize that alcohol is going to outlive you. It doesn't go bad. You put it in the light, it'll go bad. Don't put it in the light. Keep it out of UV rays. Just store it someplace cool, and you'll be fine. You know, don't get it too hot, don't get it too cold. Well, freezer's okay. By too cold, I think they mean minus 15 Celsius. I don't know what that is, but it's probably cold. 40% ABV. Doesn't really have any distinctive smells to it. It smells just like the rubbing alcohol component, also known as vodka. 5 times distilled. So it's what's 5 times? I think that's Tito's. Tito's American vodka has that. So we're gonna let that settle on the tongue. Before we actually taste it, give it a good wash. No place to spit it. Yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! All right, we're on. So, let's give it a taste. Hot. It's got a taste of vodka in here. So, it got something going on, like a little bit of a, maybe it's a filtration process, but there's a little bit of a warming. I want to say maybe it's cold, but some sort of black licorice-y taste. Not as much as the Ivana bitch has. That's got more of a curious flavor to it. It's 5 times distilled, and it still brings a little bit of flavor. I want to almost say sweet. And when I say sweet with the vodka, I mean very subtle, not like sugar in here. This isn't simple syrup and vodka. Sweet, like not just a very pure neutral, but there's some little sweeter notes to it. Maybe it's just some of the wash from the wheat. I don't really know, but it's definitely got a mildly light sweet component to it. But at the same time, It's definitely got more of a burn component to it. It has that heat of a vodka. And when you're getting into the higher distilled numbers, what we typically see is a lot more fresh, crisp taste. That doesn't necessarily mean you can remove the burn. One way you could remove the burn, and I didn't even try this on, is to add maybe a little bit of simple syrup to it, which this may have, because it does feel like a little bit oily, but we'll see. So, it does smell like vodka. But if you rub it together and you get like a thick oil or stickiness, I'm not really getting any stickiness, so that's good, then there's probably some added sugars, and that would help round out that bite. So if you see something that's got like a hot, it's usually top shelf. Now this is about $23.99. When I think top shelf for that same price point, especially around here in New Hampshire, 603 bitches, I think $28 in that area is the ultra premium. So if you're in Australia, that's what, 80 is, I don't know, maybe 90. So it's really relative to where you are. There might be a little bit of, I think there's a little bit of a stickiness to it. So there may be some level of sugars added in there. It's hard to tell. I would say if I had to guess, I'd say there's probably a little sugar, a syrup added to it to give it a little bit more of a crisp, flavorful tasting, to make it a little easier to consume, and it also makes it feel like a lot more top shelf. So the top shelf stuff typically has a little sweetness to it. People see that as ultra refined, but whatever, it's vodka. I say $23, anywhere from $18 to $24 range for a vodka, whether it's ultra refined, sweetness, quad filtered, 8 times filtered, whatever. The more filtrations you get, the less flavor you get out of it. This definitely doesn't have anything impressive on the smell, though. But it does have a quality to it that lends to some type of flavor. Now they say it's made in Siberia, using underground springs for the water. Of course, water is going to make your biggest difference. If you want a really good, like neutral, but yet have some flavor to it vodka, you're going to want to use some really good water. I think that's really, since this is 40% alcohol, the rest of it, it's water. So considering 40% is about here, the rest of it would be filled with water, that thing is going to make a bigger impact than I think the core distillate would in the end. Unless it's really crappy, then it's just going to destroy everything. A good quality product for that price. It does have a flavor to it. Maybe a little the anise flavor, a little bit of sweetness. The aftertaste is got a slight eucalyptus flavor to it, like a bright cold flavor. Those are probably the 3 key notes. I don't think you're going to get a lot of key notes out of a vodka to begin with. So if you can get 2 to 3 flavors out of it, and I'm definitely getting that little bit of a eucalyptus, then there's something to be said for vodka isn't always neutral grain spirit. Even though it is a neutral grain spirit, it should have something to it. Otherwise, why would you ever buy more than just a single bottle of vodka when you can have 50? There's got to be something unique between them. And unfortunately, they're not all like that. On the sugar content, I would fathom a guess that there's a little bit of sugar added to this. I doubt. I could be right or wrong. I don't know. They wouldn't. I doubt Husky would tell me. I know Grey Ghost isn't going to say anything. So leave that up to your own impressions. But at the end of the day, it's going to apply itself into vodka. Screwdriver, I think, will work well. It'll blend right into the orange juice. That's it. So go out when a cocktail calls for vodka. Look around. Find something new. You know, don't always just follow the same brand over and over. See if you see the Husky or Blue Tahoe or any of these guys and see what's out there and experiment. Maybe you might find a new vodka that you've never had before that's ultra awesome, or at least fits into your price range per taste, if that's a ratio there. Price per taste. If you can measure it, you can. You should always use that metric. So there you go. Cold filtered. Boom. Husky Vodka. We're done. Thanks for watching the show. Check us out at awesomedrinks.com. No, everydaydrinkers.com. You can get glassware at awesomedrinks.com. If you want to submit recipes for the show, recipe at everydaydrinkers.com is where you want to send those in. that would be super awesome. That way we can put them into our archive and pick them each week, like the next 5 you're going to see coming up this week. I feel naked and alone here. So I'm gonna sign out. We're teaching you how to drink.